Hey everybody, welcome back to Girl Talk. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, before we get started, if you could give me a like, share, a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button, I would appreciate it. So today is actually going to be a random day. And if you've ever heard my random days, I don't know what we're going to talk about. It will probably be many different topics, so we'll jump right into it. So, if you haven't noticed, and I did say this on a previous video, but just to give you a little bit of a roundabout of how the last 2 weeks have been, I've been on a technology journey, and what I thought I knew about technology, I do not. Or it's that advanced that I no longer know it. Between a new phone and 2 days of trying to figure that out and ready to throw it out the window. And then we have our new background, as you can see. And trying to figure out AutoCut is not as easy as it sounds. Just take my word for it. Don't even try it. I think I spent all day Sunday doing that. So um, we did that. We uploaded the Lindsay Clancy trial, if you're following that. We did some of Mackenzie Sharilla, Bubba's interview, if you're following that trial. So we did a lot of trials, and I kind of just wanted to get back to just having a chat. Um, it helps me, and hopefully it helps you too. But there's just been a lot going on. Um, I don't know how you guys are feeling out there, but it seems like there's a lot of people going through a lot of things right now. Um, and if you didn't check out the video about grief, that is one to check out. It's a little deep. I will warn you, and I'll give you the trigger warning for that. Um, a lot of people are grieving right now for many, many different reasons, and kind of feeling the effects from that. A lot of our friends, a lot of my friends are going through some stuff, and definitely keeping them in thoughts and prayers and things like that. So hopefully, we can get past this stage and get back to the good stuff, right? So, in saying that, to fast forward a little bit, and you got to find humor where you can. And I've said this before. And I had a major, major blonde moment that I have to share with you. And if you get a laugh out of it, good, because we need a laugh. I need a laugh. Um, my mom plants my flowers every year ever since I started having stomach issues. So, um, the one flower, we were looking at it yesterday. She came over and we were looking at the one flower, and I actually went out in the morning and I always look at my flowers in the morning, water them, whatever. And the one purple one had something white all over it. And I'm thinking, does it have a fungus? Is it going to die? Like, what is going on? Thankfully, I didn't touch it. And my mom came over yesterday afternoon, and we were out just talking and things like that. And I said to her about this flower. So she looked at it and she's like, a bird shit on your flower. Guys, it was bird shit, and I thought it was a fungus. It was like the mother of all blonde moments, and I'm still laughing about it. Like, you can't even make this up. You can't even I don't know. Midlife brain is real. I don't care what anybody says. And I was talking to a friend about this, and I said, what is it called when you're not going through menopause? Because you can't. You had surgery for that. So that's a done deal. You're not going through pregnancy brain because that's kind of impossible. So I'm like, it's got to be midlife brain. And we think that there's no such thing. And I'm like, I can't remember shit. I don't know how everybody else is functioning out there, but please chime in if you are also like feeling this. It's almost like either my brain's going faster than my mouth or my mouth is going faster than my brain. There's no um it's not configuring lately. I don't know what the issue is, but oh my goodness, what a time. It's ridiculous, actually. And going back real quick to talk about midlife brain, I told you I can't focus. Um, I actually forgot about one of the most exciting things besides the YouTube thumbnail is we have a Facebook page. It's official. Um, so if you got the invite, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you should have gotten the invite. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. But it is public, so you can go over and check it out. And that's where I will be putting all the videos and exciting news and things like that. It kind of frees up my own personal page, so I figured I would do that and see how that works and give it a whirl. Still figuring some kinks out, but we'll get there. For the future, I'm hoping that Sundays will be a day of positive stories, of hope, faith, things like that. So, if any of you have stories that you would like to share, you can always message me, you can private message me, you can comment, um, and we'll talk about it. Or if you have any topics that you would like to talk about, as long as it's not too far into religion, or there will be no politics. We're not doing that. And um, we want to be respectful of everybody. And I've come to realize that some topics can't be discussed all the time um, with maturity. I'll say it that way because I do want to be respectful. Um, so we just won't go there. What I do in my personal life, that's one thing, but like I said, I don't want to, I want everybody to feel welcome here, no matter age or whatever. I am Gen X. So, we want to keep it on that level. In saying that, and to get off of that, it's Friday, guys. What is everybody doing? How many of you are going to come home from work today, jump in the shower, do the hair, makeup, nails, or if you're a guy, um, do the shower thing, put the smelly stuff on, and go out for a drink? Isn't that what we used to do? I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's not forget about that, right? We could always get a head start on that if we really wanted to. Well, some of you can, I cannot, but that's okay. I'll drink my Sprite. I'll be mad about it, but I'll drink my Sprite. Somebody please drink one for me because right now I could day drink. And it's only, what, 10 o'clock in the morning? So, yeah, about that. The other thing, I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit of, I know this is going to sound weird, but guys, you can't make this shit up. So, again, and we're talking about random stuff here, I have a cat that I brought in during COVID. And actually, it was 7 years ago now. And I got suckered into it. She was out in the rain. I think somebody actually dropped her off. And it was in October. It was right around Halloween. She's all black. And people are assholes when it comes to black cats. So I brought her in, and she had some gooky eyes and stuff like that. And I did take her to the vet. Unfortunately, because of COVID, I wasn't allowed to go in. Um, I met them at the door. They took the carrier, and I had to sit in my car and wait. And then the doctor called me and said they had put some, eye drops in her eyes or whatever, cleaned her ears, and then they brought her out to me. It was really weird. So fast forward to a couple months ago, she started waking me up in the middle of the night, and they were. It started out as kind of like pats on the head, or she would touch me, and I couldn't figure out, as weird as this sounds, if it was her or me that didn't feel good. Or was I going into a flare? I didn't know, because she knows before I do. And the weird thing about my Betty is she was always afraid of me. Um, she was grateful to be in, but she really didn't know how to take me. And it took 4 years, guys, for this cat to warm up to me. And once I got sick, she really warmed up to me. And my first time that I spent in the hospital, when I came home, you could tell that she missed me, and I missed her too. But anyway, so fast forward to a few months ago, and her eyes started getting gooky again. And cats don't have the best breath, but I'm talking like terrible breath. And I'm thinking, my God, what is going on here? And she's waking me up in the middle of the night, and she's patting me on the head. And when I didn't move fast enough, then she would put her paw on my head and not move it. Well, then when that didn't work, then she would start kneading her nails into my scalp. That got me up, and that got me up quick. Um, this kept happening, and again, I'm thinking, is it her or is it me? Come to find out that she had an upper respiratory infection and a bad tooth. My God, guys. She couldn't tell me what was the matter, but we know if you have ever had a toothache, that is one of the worst pains ever. And I'm thinking, my God, this poor cat is going to have a molar removed. Take her to the vet again. Long story short, we had to switch vets, and it was just a mess. We think about healthcare for humans, and but my faith has been restored as far as animals, because the place that I ended up taking her to, they were absolutely wonderful. Um, she got some eye gel, she got antibiotic, and they gave her the gabapentin that you it's a uh, transdermal gabapentin. You put it in their ear, and it absorbs through their ears. Well, I ran out of it, and I thought that she would be okay. Well, the tooth is bothering her again, things like that. So I called the new vet that we went to. We only ever had a sick visit there, and I'm thinking, oh no, I'm gonna have to try to get this cat in a carrier again. And she does not like the carrier. She does great in the car. She doesn't cry. She doesn't get car sick. But if I break out that carrier, she's going to lose her shit. And I'm still scratched up from the last time. So that isn't going to work out for me. Not going to work out for her either. Needless to say, called the vet, and I did have her records transferred. But how about this, guys? So they had their own online pharmacy and they had the tablets and the liquid there. Um, the only thing is, like with the liquid, I don't want to wrench her mouth open and to hurt her more. I don't want to do that. And the pill form, they say it's tiny and I could crush it up and put it in her wet food, but animals know. So her doctor wasn't there at the time, but they did check with another doctor. Guys, they called it into their online pharmacy. I, paid for it, everything else, and they gave her 4 refills. How cool is that? And I just thought it was the most wonderful thing because I was so worried that even though she had her wellness check when all this started at the other place, and I did have her records transferred, I signed for them anyway. I didn't know if they had actually gotten them at the new vet, but they did. And I'm thinking animals get better care than we do sometimes, but that's okay because I don't want babies and animals. Oh my gosh, like they can't tell you what the matter is, and it just breaks your heart. So I have to tell you that when I did take her to the vet at this new place, and if you listen to my one of my other videos, my phobia is snakes. I don't like them. They don't belong on Earth. Um, God needs to take those things away. For real. Don't show me one. Don't joke about it. It's not funny. I find nothing funny about it. And just remember, everybody has a fear. So if you come after me with one of those, I will absolutely find out what your fear is. You're not going to know when it's coming. I can tell you that a lot of people that are afraid of snakes are not afraid of spiders and vice versa. That's true. I'm not afraid of spiders. So you better hope that if you're not afraid of snakes, that you're also not afraid of spiders, because I will pick up a hairy spider. I do not care. But anyway, so I take her to the vet. It's for a sick visit, new vet, and a lady and her mom sat down across from me. And there's a box, like a cardboard box with holes in it. And I'm thinking, oh no, what is in that box? And then they proceeded to open this cardboard box. I didn't know what was going to come out of there. This thing was littler, I'll say it that way. It was maybe, I don't know, half the size of a carrier, if that, but I didn't know what critter was in there. Needless to say, I'm kind of holding my breath and I'm waiting for a snake to be brought out of this thing. It was a lizard. I can handle lizards. They're not my favorite thing in the world, but I can deal with them. This one was actually pretty though because it was different colors, but still, they just remind me of the scales on it. Ugh. But anyway, regardless of the fact, I can deal with it. So they put it on the bench and they said, hopefully, the mom was talking to me and she said, hopefully this will help and we'll have to avoid a visit. And I said, oh, what's wrong? Is he or she okay? Guys, it was constipated. I mean, I don't know what lizards eat. I think they eat bugs and stuff, but I didn't know those things got constipated. I mean, I guess they're just like any other body system, but I'm thinking, I run into the weirdest shit. Does anybody else have this weird stuff happen to them? Like, it could only happen to me, and you tell people, and I think they think I'm making it up. It really happens. You can't make it up. Anyway, so that's my vet story. So hopefully my Betty will be fixed up very soon and we can get her back to feeling better. All right. So I just wanted to hop on for a little bit. I hope everybody has a safe and happy weekend and drink one for me. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry about that. Drink one for me over the weekend if you can. I will be sitting here drinking my Sprite. Hopefully, again, hopefully somebody feels bad for me and has one for me, but just saying, I'm really begging here. Um, but no, just kidding. No, I hope everybody has a really good weekend. And if there's any topics that you would like to talk about or that you, any ideas, let me know. We will talk about it. Or if you're interested in anything, if you're interested in a trial, let me know what you think. And over the weekend, I plan to get some of the Lindsay Clancy trial updated, get that uploaded, and things like that. I will have, I think, 2 days of that to upload. So I have a lot of that to do, but we'll get there. Don't worry. So, all right, guys, we will talk soon. Thanks for joining me and have a great weekend. Bye.